Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nayri, also known as Wedding Fashion Expert. This week, we are talking about what happens to a wedding dress that a bride has ordered when the wedding gets canceled. Before we dive into this week's topic, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, let me know if there is a particular topic, video you'd like me to create for you. I am here for you, guiding you along the way leading up to your special day. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I am so honored that you have found me. I am, of course, a wedding fashion expert, stylist, buyer, wears so many different hats at LOVELLA Bridal, located in Los Angeles, California. For daily content, please be sure to follow us on Instagram at LOVELLA Bridal, at LOVELLA Plus, and at Wedding Fashion Expert, and on TikTok at LOVELLA Bridal, at Wedding Fashion Expert. This topic is not an ideal position for any bride to be in. However, it does happen, and I have had people ask me to create a video on it, so here I am. There really isn't too much out there to help you navigate this. Last week, we spoke about how every purchase in store is a final sale, so the same thing would apply, and oftentimes weddings that are canceled, it's further down the line in the process. It could be 6 months from when you ordered the dress to I have had weddings canceled days before the wedding. It does happen. It's not ideal, although I am a huge believer, and I know this sounds cliche, that everything does happen for a reason. So for anybody going through this right now, please know that I empathize with you, but it is something that I have seen quite a bit through my career. And what's even more special is when I have had brides that have decided to cancel their wedding for one reason or another, I have seen them return with a new partner that they have chosen to do life with. And it is such a beautiful thing to watch that process and see you end up with the person who truly is the person that you're supposed to be with. I don't think that there are any mistakes that happen in our journey. There are lessons to be learned in every single one of them, even though it's not the way we thought it would be or how we hoped or even how we have planned. So now that you're in this situation, I want to give you a little bit of insight into what you can expect when it comes to managing your wedding dress. If the bridal store you are working with is going to be storing your gown right now, or perhaps once it arrives, if it hasn't arrived yet, most bridal stores will store your gown up until your wedding date. So whatever the date was that you were supposed to be getting married on, the dress is typically safe and sound up until that date. I know that this is not something that you particularly want to do, but I highly recommend when you are ready, contacting the store, letting them know that your wedding has been called off, and when the gown arrives for them to email you. You may not really want to be talking to anyone. That's just your personal preference. If you are comfortable speaking to them, go for it. If you don't want to send the email because it's too painful or reach out to the store, have someone do it on your behalf so that the store is notified. And then once the gown comes in, they will reach out to you and let you know that it's arrived. I know that this is going to be a painful thing for you to experience, but I highly recommend picking up the dress as soon as possible or sending the store an authorization that you authorize someone to pick it up for you. You do want to inspect the gown. Again, I do know that that is not going to be easy. You definitely want to inspect the gown. Just make sure that it's everything that you ordered, and have someone, if you don't want to be the one to do it, put it online and sell it right away. So that is going to be the thing that you can do for a dress that you have ordered and the wedding has been called off. As you already know and you've already signed away, it is a final sale. You are responsible to pay the balance on the dress and to pick up the dress. So however you need to coordinate and navigate that to happen, it has to be done. And the sooner you have someone pick it up and put it online, or you put it online, whoever it is, the sooner you do that, the sooner you can recover the funds for it. I have had brides who have chosen to keep the dress because they loved the dress regardless of the person who they are marrying. And I have seen them wear the dress that they have purchased years later. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I think it's a beautiful thing. At the end of the day, if it's a dress that you absolutely loved, it doesn't matter who you're marrying. It's the dress that you're going to get married in, whoever that partner is. Of course, this is super individual and it is completely your decision. The best advice I can give you is is to notify the store so that they are empathetic and they understand where you're at, that this may not be the most exciting news to hear that your gown has arrived since your wedding has been called off. Make arrangements if need be to have someone else communicate on your behalf, and pick up that dress, pick up the merchandise as soon as possible, sell it and purge, or decide to keep it. Whatever it is that you need to do, be sure to take care of it sooner rather than later and just get it done with. You will thank me later that you are just knocking it out. The other scenario in which I have not addressed yet is that if a wedding is getting called off within the month mark prior to the wedding happening, at that point in time, your alterations have been done. That gets a little bit more difficult to sell your dress because the hem has already been done and it's been altered to your dimensions. Now, on one hand, it could be more difficult. However, on the other hand, it could add value to selling the dress. So long as you find someone with your same dimensions, they wouldn't have to deal with the alteration costs. So that's a benefit. Regardless, the benefit to the resale of these dresses is that it's never been worn on a wedding day. Most dresses on the resale market have been worn and used. Yours is technically brand new if it hasn't been altered, and if it has been altered, then there you have it. You could also ask your bridal store that if they have any brides that are shopping for that dress that maybe they can't order in time. We do have that happen. We have brides fall in love with a dress and people are waiting so late to order their dresses that oftentimes we can't get them from the manufacturer. Maybe you ask the store to keep you in mind that if a bride comes in that they can't order the dress for, that they give you a phone call and that they help you sell it or refer the bride to you, however it would work. That could also be an option to help expedite recovering your funds from your purchases. And if you've made it to the end of this video, I know that this is truly something that you are experiencing and really going through right now. And I just want you to know that I am sending you all the love in the world and hope for a very, very bright future. And here's to finding your dream partner that you truly belong with. I hope that you found this video helpful. For more videos and tips like these, please be sure to tune in every Wednesday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I will see you in next week's video.